settle down. What's up? Welcome to S. My bad, I took all A's line.
What's happening? What's up, y'all? Welcome to SDATS. You have tuned into episode 5.
I am
the
Concept.
5th. I am 2 Cents.
I am Tyler.
And
Roll
this is
the shit.
Tyler.
Sit down. Talk shit.
Now we back.
Right.
Goddamn.
We time that every time on the time.
Alright, so now what we doing today is we're going to talk about artisticness.
Hey, well, side note before we start this,
we go off topic a lot.
we look a little good right now with this new mic, son.
We look legit.
Now we got
The
My mic, look at my mic. Hella professional.
They're three mismatched mics. They're
Yep.
three mismatched mics in a
Three
white
mismatched.
background. But we're getting there, guys.
We
Fifth
getting
episode,
there,
we're on the
man.
roll.
Anywho, alright, so to
Relax,
get
2
into this topic, the difference between creatives and non-creative people. How y'all feel about that, man? How y'all feel about?
It's tough.
It is. It's an interesting relationship.
It is a interesting relationship. I mean, in my honest opinion, it's like some non-creatives don't really understand what you do. So you try to invite them to the show because you're cool with them and shit.
Right.
They're like, hey, I want to see you dance.
And
They like this. They like this the whole time with their arms crossed.
Yeah, they
right.
fucking leave early.
Right.
Like
right,
not
right.
enjoying nothing.
Right.
Cause you ain't dissecting this right now. What's up?
They're waiting for you to do something cool.
Right.
Oh my God! Why did he just paint
Where's
that
you going?
purple?
Where's you going? How come you're not doing it?
When are you doing it?
He said, bitch, I've been doing something cool this whole time.
Yeah, nigga, observing.
Bitch, I ain't cool.
Oh, it was cool. Goddamn.
I'm breathing, ain't I? That's cool.
I wish we had a non-creative person to be here. Like, I mean, not to say non-creative, but like, what I mean by creative is like
Non-creedies. We gonna call them non-creedies from now on.
Someone not
Non-creedy. Nah, we ain't gonna sugarcoat it.
Ooh.
Non-creedy. Somebody that's not creative in the brain. Somebody that can't take one problem and make 50 solutions and then find out which solution's the best.
All
That's
I
a
know is A
non-creative.
plus B equals C.
And we all we know is A plus a parenthesis plus
4
a
plus
minus
1
sign plus coconut
And then
equals.
we also know that if B also was an elephant and A was a butterfly, C could be something beautiful.
Ooh.
Like a beautiful
Cannons
butterfly.
to the right of them. Cannons
Pennies to the left.
Thunder and volley.
That's the difference. Like I mean, I get it though, because sometimes we be thinking hella deep into some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that though. I think we have like a very unique ability to like take a situation and then make it into something grand.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, I ain't got no money. But I'm gonna take that situation and make some money, goddamn.
but the thing is that's funny is like the non-creative problem or solve to that was like, I ain't got no money. Well, I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna get a job, and I'm gonna do the same shit for the rest of my life. Mindless fucking work. Us, it's like, I got no money.
I'm gonna go to school.
I gotta figure out how I want to do this and enjoy myself
Correct.
Right.
doing what I want to do.
Or it's like, I ain't got no money. What can I do right now
Right.
to fix that?
I'm trying to pop some ass.
Here's my resume.
I'm about to be a stripper.
Find me some stripper.
My strip name is Ginger Ale,
Ooh.
cause I'm bubbly and I know how to pop.
And he can heal your upset stomach.
Diarrhea, nausea, heartburn,
Indigestion, upset stomach,
diarrhea,
pop some ass.
popping some man. That's hella funny. All right, back to being artistic
No, but
and creative.
it's funny because you could tell with like even with our parents.
They
I
don't-
mean, your dad is super creative.
Yeah, I got lucky. I'm not gonna lie.
My parents, they don't understand it, you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
get a job, and it's like, dude, I'm making money doing what I do. Like
Correct.
sometimes.
Now there was one time. So just to speak upon that, I think parents might play a big role on if you're creative or not. Like, what do they enroll you in school?
Right.
What are they supportive on, and all this stuff. And I mean, my parents, yes, they did all that for me because my dad was a saxophonist for years. He still is,
Check
still
him out.
playing. Jose Hernandez.
Check them out.
And what's his name? On Apple Music, it's look up Psalms to Jabaz. Jose Hernandez. He's tight. You might hear a 12-year-old Ale too. Sound like I didn't hit puberty yet, because I didn't. But
He on SoundCloud at 2centsdaddy.com.
check him out. Nah, but I think I did get a advantage of having parents that were involved in music. Like, I have a musical ass family. But recently when I did quit my job, as you may have heard that in the first episode. I don't know. Parents, of course, they're gonna like stress upon you, like, "Yo, are you sure you good? You chilling? You good? What's up?" Even if they don't, it's just them trying to show you tough love or some shit. But my dad hit me with the, "You ever try to think about getting your job back at Apple?" I was like,
Oh, he hit you with that.
Nope. I ain't never thought of that in my life.
Right.
I'm just minding my business.
I'm chilling.
I'm just minding my business.
Outside. We got too many.
I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, the thing is, it's like, yeah, I'm a little lucky. My mom's side is has a super musical background, and they're super proud of me what I do until I turned 18. Because now I'm just a grown man trying to still do what I was doing when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yeah, it was cool. I was the dude like, hey, dance at the wedding or dance at the birthday, blah, 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 Paul come out, sing karaoke, like do all that shit. And then it's like, as soon as I hit an age, it was like, you still doing that shit?
Get a job.
And I'm like, hey, dude, like,
Get it together.
this is what I'm good at now.
Right.
Because of all these years of doing it.
He probably
You let me do it.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, and to keep it lit, not to talk shit about my family, but there's a lot of talented people in my mom's side of the family that if they were to just take that risk of going for it, would probably be up there.
Yeah.
My uncle, you know, he plays like, now he plays at casinos and stuff, and he played at like the Tonga Bar in Frisco and stuff like that. But this fool can literally play like 2 trumpets and harmonize them at the same time. He can play guitars this way, upside down. Pianos go crazy. Like he's.
In other words, lady, he's good with his mouth.
He can blow. Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
But like he's super talented, and it's just like he could have been. You know what I'm saying? Like even the dude who fucking wrote Funky Town is still good. He's still good. He wrote fucking Funky Town.
Because he's passionate about it.
What else did he write?
He kept doing it. Shit, I don't know.
But shit, he's good. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's not the musical aspect in my family. I think it's more of like the risk. You know?
Yeah.
Do you think? So let's talk about this. What are? Okay. How you relating, bro? How you relating?
Because
Elaborate.
no, I was like, me and Paul's like the same. Like my dad's side, they just cool cats. But it's just like when it comes to like the creative, like we have cousins, I have family like musicians and artists on my dad's side.
Yeah.
On my mom's side, it's like more fashion, hair, all that. It's all women on my mom's, all men on my dad's side.
Right.
You know, so it's just like I kind of got aspects from both of them. So like you're right when it says family who also have creative aspects help. But the difference was growing up in my immediate family, I was always geared towards sports and academics, you know, rather than getting pushed to go for dance or something I actually like to do, like drawing. And
let me find out you're a football player,
You
ballerina.
can draw pretty. You draw fucking tight.
Huh?
You said drawing?
yeah,
Yeah, you draw pretty good.
but
We gotta put that to use, by the way.
Actually,
yeah, I'm good with words, not like
that's my job, bro.
pictures. So.
If you could draw something, you could draw it all.
Correct.
Yeah, I guess. I was an APR.
Bob Ross, there are no mistakes.
I didn't push towards.
Just happy accidents. Nah, but what do you think? We got too many insiders. That's funny.
Let's bring him in. Let's bring him to the inside.
Put that
There's no story to that, by the way.
At all.
We just started screaming it one day. Shout out to Mosey. He gonna be here next week.
Nah, but for real.
Ooh, next week's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm about to shoot a video for him too. He hit me up. Gave him my price.
You know what? It's funny too. Like speaking on non-creatives, it's funny when I have friends that are non-creatives that speak out about it as if they can't do anything about being non-creative. Because like, man, I'd be like, yo, hobbies exist.
Oh yeah.
You can't. How you live your life without a hobby? How you do that, people? How you just sit at home all day and just not have a hobby?
Let's dig into that though. Why do you think they feel that way? Like, is it insecurity? Do you
I feel
think
like
they think they can't be as good as you, so they want to try it all?
I feel like we talked about this before. Worth, self-confidence, and self-value.
Also, I think some people's brains are just wired to not know that type of shit.
Yeah, that's that too.
There's a lot of families that like it's the same shit. They grow up, their parents do something,
I feel like that's a lot.
then they
to do with
pass
family.
down, and then they do something, and it has nothing to do with being creative or nothing. It's just like
They wasn't.
my dad worked at SMUD, I work at SMUD, my kids gonna work at SMUD, we all working at SMUD because of the stories.
Right.
Hey, 25 years, you're going to retire, you're good. You got benefit. That's the story you get past.
Yeah.
So after all that time of just listening to that, I think people just don't have it in their brains. Like, they don't pay attention. Yeah, they don't pay attention to that light that comes in. Because everybody has that light every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do something.
I feel like anyone could has the creativity in them, but I feel like ultimately it always comes down to how they came up.
I think that's hella interesting too. I remember I forgot what her name was, but it's the mom off of the Cosby Show. But she was like, before Mrs. Huxtable. That's not a real name though, but you know what I'm talking about. No, she was like, before you learn how to talk, you sing.
Right.
Before you learn how to write, you draw.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all born with that
That
aesthetic.
So you think the creative part is the part of you before learning the standard shit?
I think that's exactly what it is. And I think it gets blocked. I think our parents, to be safe, I mean, no harm, I'm sure they mean no harm, but to be safe, they want us to take the path that they know will benefit us. Like, let's take Asian parents, for instance. You know how many Filipinos that I went to school with that were nurses because their parents wanted to be nurses? And then they got brainwashed to thinking, oh, yeah, I want to be a nurse, too.
Or a mailman.
My dad was a mailman.
I wanted to be a dentist or a doctor or a veterinarian for a heck of a long.
I wanted to be a pilot. Shoot, I'm scared of heights.
I wanted to be a fireman, but I'm scared of heights and fire.
Ooh. I wanted to be an astronaut, but I'm scared of heights, fire, and space.
I wanted to be a stripper and pop some ass.
But he's scared of ass.
I'm scared of
fire,
ass.
and heights.
I'm a clean freak. I'm D. All the above.
And you gonna get all of the above, aka
above the foot. Everything above the foot.
Look, this is a cool little perspective too. Is there any people out there who grew up with the standard like the same or not standard? I'm sorry, flip that shit. Do you know anybody who's grown up with everyone in their family being creative and they just want to be normal and standard?
Yeah.
Do you think it has to do with anything? What am I talking about? Do you think it has to do with having contrast, like too much variety, so you want fucking certainty? Security?
I'm sure I can't think of a scenario, but I'm sure that happens. I'm hella sure that happens.
You talking about like as if somebody who was already delved into being a creative person and then just wanted to like just...
Well, just imagine two parents, fucking artists, probably smoke some weed. Fucking
you grew up with that.
Recording artists, like they're free, they got money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen that your whole life, and what if they're just like, I just want to go to college and get a regular fucking job?
I can relate with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I can relate, but I could, empathize? Because, I mean, shit, you would get tired being around that environment your whole life.
Right.
You know, you want to be normal because maybe you got a lot of attention growing up because of what your parents do. Like, I always thought about that with, like, kids who grow up with famous parents.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, with the exception of Jaden Smith and all them.
Right.
But,
they're doing it right.
Like,
they are good.
Look at Michael Jackson's kids. They hate being in the limelight.
Oh, dude. Blanket?
Yeah.
Ever seen Blanket?
Nah.
That motherfucker is like, I'm good.
He said, I had enough.
Like, y'all started calling me Blanket.
Well, ain't that his name?
No.
What's his name?
I think his name is Prince.
Oh, it is Prince.
This motherfucker name ain't Blanket. They called him Blanket because Michael didn't want to show his face.
Yeah.
Like, think about it, bro. Like, he's like, he probably in school like, yeah, Blanket, that was me.
That's funny because I legitimately thought his name was Blanket on his birth certificate. Oh my god.
Pillow Hernandez.
Oh my god. Pillow Hernandez.
Fucking Bidet Gibson. I meant Duvet. Wait. Bidet is the ass squirt and shit.
Why does bidet sound like a real name?
Right.
Nobody who knows what a bidet is.
What's up?
Bidet.
My name is Bidet.
If you don't know what a bidet is, it squirts up your ass, and you'll find it in some Filipino households.
Nah, we use tabos.
The
We use buckets.
The buckets. I like how I knew that. That's funny.
Bidet. It's a tabo.
A bucket.
A bucket.
It's a bucket. Anyways, back to artistry and creativity. But oh my god. Watashi wa.
That's a different. kind of squirts. Sir.
Oh my god.
He said bukkake.
Oh my god. Who here plays Cards Against Humanity?
Google it.
Do you think you have to be creative to play Cards Against Humanity? Or you just be like
it's
blunt?
I think as long as you have dry humor with Cards.
You know what? For me,
Where did that come from? Cards Against Humanity.
Because bukkake is one of the cards.
that's right. It is.
Bukkake
It's
is
a
one of the
funny
cards. Bukkake. Everybody say with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bukkake.
Everybody said it.
And scene. I'm over here sounding like I'm a smooth jazz operator.
But I think
94.7.
Back to the subject. I think it has to do with. I don't know, dude. Like, cause me, I was like, I can't really tell where I grew up. I'm like trying to think back. Like, yeah, my mom's side was real musical. My dad's side's real like conserved and fucking, don't embarrass me, type shit. So I'm kind of like this middle where it's like sometimes I have to be hard, but sometimes I'm goofy.
At all times.
Where it's like I'm trying to figure out for the people who like don't do anything other than like just work a job and go home
and lay in bed.
and take a sleep,
or even not work a job.
Right. I'm just trying to understand, like,
I feel like if you don't work a job, you have no reason to not be a creative.
Try and be creative. I mean, there's reasons.
I mean, yeah, there's reasons, but
try
you have
and
no
be
reason to
creative.
try and not be creative.
And I think at the end of everything, bro, it's all fear.
Yeah.
It has to be all fear.
Let's take that first step, man.
Because when you were a kid, we all had something we went towards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody was
saying?
creative as a kid.
You had to. If you didn't, then I don't know.
Everybody brought that scribble home.
He said, I don't know, man. I grew up a customer service rep my whole life. He said, when I was 4, they would call my house and I'd say, thank you for calling the Gintu house. My name is Paul. How can I help you?
Welcome to Johnson Elementary. How may I help you?
Right. I ain't
Okay.
seen no kid ever do that.
Room 205 is to your left, sir. Thank you very much.
That's funny.
Nah, they'd be like, hello? I don't know.
You got the kids who be class president since kindergarten.
Right, like, I'm pretty sure there's kids like that out there. And I'm pretty sure they're gold members and they're fucking customer service reps.
At Costco.
Yeah.
Funny.
But I don't know. I'm trying to understand it where it's like, because I you know what I mean? We have people around us sometimes that just, they're not into anything. And then you bring up the question, oh, what do you do? They'll say their regular
With their
job.
work, yeah.
And it's like, okay.
But what do you like doing?
Yeah, like, what do you like doing?
Right.
And some people literally will tell me, I like doing my job. Okay, cool. Boom, conversation over.
Yeah.
There goes my invite to my show. You're not coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, they love watching it. I get it. We need an audience. We can't all be fucking creative. There has to be a balance.
We need somebody's money. Because creatives oftentimes are broke. There's a lot of broke creatives out here. Not broke. I'm not going to put it in the universe.
It's the non-creatives
Abundance,
that show
but...
up for the creatives.
It's non-creatives money.
That show up for the creatives. It's the creatives
Yo.
who never show up for the creatives.
And you know what's
I
crazy?
really
though?
messed with your vision, fam.
This is what's crazy though. This is what's crazy, and it's proven. It's a lot of non-creatives are the ones who do work the regular jobs. Are usually the ones that invest into the creatives because they're living their life through it.
Vicariously.
Because they were scared to take that creative risk.
Yep.
And then they have that I shoulda, woulda, coulda mentality.
That Mr. I used to shit.
Yep. Yo, I used to dance, and they do the same move.
That Mr. Me Too.
And they'd be like, hey, but I made 6 figures last year, so let's do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not going to put it as, I'm just saying that because I'm in the perspective of someone who's creative, but I don't know. I just want to know, like, how does that become? Like, where is that split off where's the fork in the road from, like, all right, I'm going to stop sketching in my sketchbook and I'm going to start picking up this fucking suit and tie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, sometimes people, it comes a time where you have to do that, you know?
There comes a time in a man's life.
In a man's life.
Where he
All day.
needs to-
No, I agree.
Gotta, you know.
You gotta buckle down and get some shit done and get some consistent money. And, you know what I mean?
And you know what? It's
and I'm looking for a regular job right now. I need
There's
some mindless
nothing
work.
wrong with that. But it also comes a time when some people just gotta realize, you know, you gotta live for yourself and not, you know.
Not somebody else's standards.
Yes.
You can't live the way you were raised unless you really love that.
Yeah.
And we also can't use being creative as an excuse
Exactly.
To not
being
have a
broke.
job.
Yeah.
Because that's like saying you're an entrepreneur just because you quit your job.
Yeah.
Dang.
Entrepreneur, I said entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like just because we're creative, don't be like, yeah, I'm a dancer. But then it's like, okay,
But what do you
So
do?
I
with
remember someone saying like, once you start making money with what you do, you're a professional at that. But I'm like, if you're not consistent with it, then I don't think you're really doing anything but one gig. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like us. We can easily talk shit about people being non-creative, but at the same time, we have each other's, not weaknesses, but we have each other's downsides. Like they're straight.
Mm-hmm. They don't worry about a paycheck. They don't worry about eating.
They can eat when they want. They paying rent. Yeah, they may be just going home asleep. But see, in our perspective, we're like, fuck, why would you just do that, waste your life, In their perspective, they're probably like, what? I'm good. Yeah. I could chill if I wanted to. Yeah. You over here, you know what I'm saying? So they can say the same shit about us. Me, I take the aspect in as far as like, how are you sane? Like, right. How are you sane? How is your mental right? Because I need to pop some ass now. I need to dance just because I'm stressed or something, Yeah. Or I need to do something creative just to take my mind off whatever. Yeah. So my thing is like, how do you just not?
Yeah. It's crazy? We never know. Because think about it. Shit. I could name a lot of people who I think is non-creative, but then at the end, behind the scenes, they're the most creative person.
Creative as fuck.
Ever.
Hands down. 100%.
Man, and that's what's crazy. Like, those are the people I want to just fucking just come on.
But that's not in their.
Yeah.
That's not in their. That's not in their thing.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah, I could play the piano really bomb, but I don't have the urge to risk it all to just be a professional piano player.
And we got to talk about like this too. So just because you're creative doesn't mean you have to quit your job. Doesn't mean you have to do all this stuff. So that's one aspect of it. But being creative, I feel like it opens up more doors for what you can do. Even if you love your job, even if you love pushing that pencil, being creative allows you to maybe get a promotion faster, a promotion sooner, or what have you. But I'm not saying that you just have to quit your job, or all creatives just quit their jobs and pursue that and be broke. Nah, I mean, you can like go home, be dope as and fire as shit at the piano, but still have a 9 to 5. That's perfectly fine.
And I also want to bring this up because now I think it's getting a little mixed up. I think there's a strong difference between being a creative and being creative. Because my original thought when I brought it up, like, let's talk about being a creative, is that people who just pursue daily on their creative shit. I'm pretty sure every single person in the world is creative. And yeah, you can get your promotions being creative, but I think being a creative is someone who's willing to work that as their lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the difference, that what I want to get straight, because it's like there's people out there who want to be artists, and then there's people who just want to work a job and do art.
Yeah. So you're basically saying like a creative versus somebody who can be creative. Yeah. A creative, I think you're saying, is somebody who can create something literally from nothing.
Yeah, I think everybody can create something.
And somebody who's being creative is somebody who did something.
Right.
Creative.
I think it's like to make it simple for everybody, especially because we understand it, but I'm pretty sure people listening are like, okay, I'm turning this stupid shit off. I think that the difference is the priority. Their priority is second when it comes to their creativeness. Our priority is first.
Yes.
So it's like
non-creedies.
That's the question. Like, that is the question where it's like, what's the difference? Like, what was the original question? Like, how? I'm only saying this because I don't understand any other way. Like, how do you just fucking
go work, go home, sleep?
Yeah.
Go work, go home, and sleep.
And I don't want to hate on it because
like I'm
a little jealous.
Where do y'all find, like, is that just a decent balance for you, or is there like, are you happy? Where do you find your outlet to be happy?
That's my question to the world.
If you are happy doing that pencil pushing and stuff like that, that's cool. But like, just like this, for instance, for this, so literally, if we do not dream as human beings, we go crazy.
What motivates you?
We will go crazy. So me as an artist or as a creative, if I don't create something or feel like I'm creating something, I feel like I will go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I'm just gonna. We're talking, so
I'll go for it. But yeah, so yeah, creatives.
No, see, the thing is, what I want to... Excuse me. What I want to get into is...
Some ass.
The reason why I'm so passionate about bringing this up is because I'm trying to figure out... Well, no, I'm not trying to figure out. I am just... It is beyond me because... What I do makes me feel so fucking good. This is my laptop.
It's your laptop being loud.
What I do makes me feel so fucking good. And the only reason why I don't understand it is
You
because
got the more sensitive mic.
there's nothing else that helps me to feel that way. So if
It's always drugs, but you know.
I mean, that's why some motherfuckers was on the drugs, cuz. That's my point.
These niggas out here wilding.
I don't know. What do you guys think, to wrap this up a little bit, and we weren't really talking about shit, but you know, that's all we do is sit down and talk shit. To kind of wrap it up, like, what do you guys think is the hardest part of maintaining a relationship, being friendship, girlfriend, boyfriend, relationship with family? What do you think is the biggest hardship of having that, like, that I'm a creative and you don't understand, you know?
All right, so I like that question actually. So the way I would answer this is putting my perspective on it. I personally will not. I can't find myself dating somebody that I don't think is creative, like that's not artistic in some kind of way, because I feel like the conversations I can have with a person that's artistic can be totally different than a person that is just too literal and non-creative.
Feed your brain.
Like, I need somebody to feed my brain, and I have associated the ability to feed my brain with somebody that's creative. So that's my perspective. I feel like my next relationship or next whatever, situationship, whatever, I don't know, but I feel like they need to be creative. I think that's one of the qualities I'm looking for. I have set that standard because I need to be able to relate to somebody on that level, because I mean, when it comes down to it, for me, you can have the fattest ass in the world, the biggest tits, the cutest face, but if you have like no drive, no ambition as far as being creative somehow or having some outlet, maybe I want to combine with you or collab with you or something like that. I feel like that'll add to the relationship. I feel like that'll add to whatever you and I have going on artistically, and that can be combined somehow. And then we found a better common interest, something we can both work towards, something we both have interest in.
Here's my question to go against that. Not to go against it, but here's my question.
Dick.
What do you think is the difference between being creative and being passionate? Because wouldn't you say...
Oh, I got you on that.
Wouldn't you say that it could be a little unfair? And this is me talking out my ass because I have a creative as a girlfriend, but what would it be unfair saying my next girlfriend has to be creative? What if you find someone that really clicks with you, but is just really passionate about their regular ass shit?
So the difference for me between being creative and having a passion for something is passion's more of a selfish aspect or like outlook on things. Like, I mean, and you don't have to be passionate about being creative. You can be passionate about going to work. You can be passionate about all that stuff. That's fine. Me personally, I need somebody that's creative, that has the ability to do something artsy, draw, paint, sing, dance, something. So because
so it has to be art specific.
Yes.
Okay.
Mine has to be art specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the next artist that's about to take 2 cents.
Payal.
But no, yeah, I think me and you are like literally the same. Because
we're black and have long hair?
Damn, all three of us have that in common.
That's trippy.
Yeah,
Good morning, my bad.
No, but I feel you on that.
I'm not black.
I feel you. I mean, for me, you got your black card, bro. It's good.
Just don't say
it's
it.
verified now. It's confirmed.
Just don't say it.
Can I say it?
No, you can't say it.
But yeah, man. That standard, I feel you on that standard, man. Creativity and having some type of artistic talent
Mm-hmm.
is I won't say a must, but is definitely what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out.
Prerequisite.
Yeah,
Criteria.
Definitely
Criteria.
preferred on the rest of it, you know?
Preferred.
So, yeah.
Dude.
But no, I mean, with my girl, she's hella creative. Like, she's an artist when it comes to drawing. This girl can draw anything.
She drew a baby.
She drew a baby. But
or did you draw the baby?
I think I drew the baby. But I definitely drew that.
Continue on.
Cooperative effort.
Yeah, but but with her, it's just more of a lack of passion or a drive going towards that art. Cause she can literally look at something once and then draw it. I'd be like, damn, it's like you damn near autistic, but you're not.
Savant.
Yeah,
It's funny.
But yeah, for me, that's pretty much it. If you don't have no talents, it's like it's weird for me.
And see, the thing is too, and I'm gonna be the one who's gonna be not contradicting. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be going against both of you guys.
I don't want to say no talent.
We need that. We need that opposite, because my thoughts when I first hear both of you guys' sides is
No one cares. Next topic.
like, man, fuck, you made me forget. But like, the thing is, it's like, so for example, passion doesn't really matter. You want it all creative.
Passion matters.
But you're saying it trumps it though. Creativeness trumps passion.
I can say that.
Okay. He is living in the opposite, where there's creative and lacks passion. Oh wait,
no,
the
it's the same. It's the same.
My bad. He's in the same, right? So when does it become unfair when then we start complaining about drive?
No, that's what I was saying. She has the creativity
But
side,
he
but
doesn't
no drive.
But what if she doesn't have drive, but she's creative as fuck?
That's what I'm talking
Because
about.
they got those out
Yeah.
there.
So
Well,
I'm
then,
with you on the same page.
That's just
I'm that on Saturday.
that's just one of the criteria.
And because the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because it's like now we're being kind of in a mode where we're trying to pick this perfect person.
Oh no,
Yeah.
and I understand nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But then again, there's nothing wrong with being picky, because I feel like being picky is beneficial for you, personally.
Picky begets longevity.
Yeah.
Picky
But then being picky also can be a negative.
Picky is hard to say.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know somebody until the
Exactly.
second year or so.
I'll say
This
third.
is true.
So you can't be picky.
Definitely
Third
third.
is rough. Like you can't really say picky because you're just judging off the surface part of it.
I don't want.
You good? You good?
I'm like, damn. I don't know if I want to be in a relationship no time soon.
We hit something. We hit something, guys. Hey, you
3
heard it here
years.
first. You heard it here first. He couldn't have whispered that. We have actual mics this time.
This should pick up everything.
I am going to raise the volume on that.
That's
well,
funny.
so the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Like, because now it's like, now we're picking these things, and it's like, to me, I'm still a fan of falling into it.
What do you mean?
Where it just happens. And if the shit don't work out, the shit don't work out. Because if I got with a non-creative,
Shit don't stink.
then, but it works out everything other than that,
Then you win.
I have no problem. You know? So it's like, and I'm pretty sure you both feel the same.
And you know,
way.
yeah. I mean, but
Of course.
preference,
There's
you know, always a
preference. There's
preference.
always going to be preference, but I like to bring it up because I want to be the opposite.
And then what if you're that person? What if you're that person to spark the creativity?
Right.
What if you inspire them to do that? So yeah, I
Right.
believe in that too, for sure.
Right. So I mean, just to play the opposite, you know, I wanted to bring that perspective in where it's like, you know, there's gonna be women on here listening or watching, like, well, this is cute, but I don't know, draw something. Hey, baby, we can teach you how to draw.
That's funny. True. Draw a coconut.
Bruh, I feel like
Oh, this motherfucker says spell coconut. Hey, that's creative.
That's hella creative, bro.
Man.
That's funny.
no, but hey, no, that I feel like that is one of the most important aspects of a relationship. Like, to keep it on, that's one of the most important aspects of a relationship is one person in that relationship being able to bring out the creativity side that other person never thought they had. I mean, and that goes for an intimate relationship or even just a friendship, you know? Yeah, because, I mean, shoot, I got friends that don't think they can do shit.
But then you be the one that bring it out of them.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, fuck that. You just gotta find it.
Correct.
You know?
And it's tight too, cause so I'm about to like quote one of my good friends, Paul Willis.
Thank you, man.
Nah, but he said, and I heard this quote a while ago, And shouts out to Paul Willis.
Paul Willis
of hip hop. But he said, don't be afraid to speak your truth because you don't know whose inspiration you're holding on to. So you being with somebody that's not creative, you be speaking your truth all the time as a creative person. Maybe if you're lying to yourself, I don't know, but you being creative. Your truth is inspiring them. You know what I mean? What you find holding true to yourself is inspiring them somehow. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen every time, but that's a possibility.
That kind of reminds me of something I heard from someone else from Sacramento too, and his name is Mr. OG Pepper.
Ooh, Pepper Vaughn. Pepper Vaughn of Step One.
I remember when I was like younger. I was younger. I don't know how old. Not that young. Still in my 20s. He said, "You know what, man?" I said, "What's up, Pepper Vaughn?"
What's up, whippersnapper?
He said, "There'll be 1,000 people in the room that you're performing for,
just one person.
All you need is to inspire one of them.
One person.
You did your job." I said, "You know what, Pepper Vaughn? You are absolutely right."
Yeah.
So that reminds me of that. Like, hey,
that's true.
To me, unless you're inspiring people, I mean, that's just
boom.
It's hard.
And I think
this is a talk we can talk about forever. Too.
Correct. I think being a creative, you have more tools in your arsenal to inspire somebody. Like you can articulate ways to inspire somebody somehow. And he also said,
who, Mr. Pepper Vaughn?
Mr. Pepper Vaughn. Mr. Pepper Vaughn also said that he literally wakes up every day and strives to put a smile on at least one person's face.
Ooh,
and to this day, that's one of the things I want to do every day. Like I know, like I don't have to think about it no more because it's become habitual. I want to put a smile on at least one person's face.
He's an habitual smile maker.
Habitually.
I'm a habitual line stepper.
He's an HSA.
Popping some ass.
Habitual smile maker.
Oh my god.
And since we talk about people who like said things that stuck to you, like one thing that one of my old mentors that we can all relate with, all of our mentors, well, me and Paul, is Mr. Joe LaRock.
Oh, Mr. JL.
Yo.
I'll never forget the one day
Mr. Jabba.
He was at practice and he said, if you look stupid, go with it.
Full out stupid. Go full out stupid.
Because whatever you're doing that looks stupid might look dope as fuck to somebody who's spectating.
Just check out my Instagram.
Yeah, look at her. And then also too to go. Well, that's more dancer involved. Like, don't be afraid to look stupid, or like even if you mess up on the choreo, the audience don't know.
Shit, go with it.
Go with it.
Make it tough.
At the end of the day, it's like everyone has their own DNA, and this is just dancing specific now. Nobody can tell you what the fuck is wrong.
Correct.
Or stupid.
Ignore them politics, man.
I can do the most stupidest shit and make that shit look tight.
Right.
I mean, not all the stupid shit, but yeah. But just to wrap it up, like the difference between creatives and non-creatives. You know, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, to me, it sounded like we're just questioning why, because I mean, we got some things in our hands that just make us feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And when we see people who don't have something, I mean, it's either one, we're ignorant, we don't know that if they don't have something.
Give it to them.
And obviously, that's just why the conversation's happening. Or two, they really don't, and they're just happy with the way they live. Like,
yes.
I mean, that's just what it is.
I mean, you live your life. Don't let this dictate what you think and what you do. Don't let
all we do is sit down and talk shit.
Right.
Yo.
Don't let anything dictate what you do and how you live. Parents, police, your conscience.
Like what the late great
I'm just kidding.
Bernie Mac said.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Up against the wall.
Hey, you know what? I got a new intro for us.
Hung low.
To wrap this up again.
Heavy build.
Heavy build.
What's up?
I think our intros should now be welcome to SDATS, Sit Down and Talk Shit, the most contradicting podcast you'll ever listen to.
Butters Entertainment.
Oh, God and them.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Subscribe to our
Put that
Patreon, guys. We don't have one yet.
Ooh, we about to though.
Yeah.
Because I need to pay rent.
All right, y'all. SDATS. See you on the next episode. We might be wearing the same shit in our next episode, but that's
possibly
because,
we gonna see.
We didn't do laundry.
You know, we're actually gonna change shirts. We're gonna switch
And underwear.
hats.
All right,
yes, especially underwear.
I don't know. I'm kind of hot.
Having a blast.
That was really fucking good.
I'm having a blast. That was 40 minutes.